a day early, but it is here. Madden 21 on next-gen consoles is live for the most part. Let's jump right in. What's good, everybody? What's going on? It's your boy Rob, aka Roboto. So today, it's Thursday. Next Gen is supposed to release on Friday, but we got it today on Thursday, a day early. Shouts to EA for actually coming out with this a day early. I'm actually playing a game right now trying to finish it out. Day early for Next Gen. On Xbox, it is fully live. You can get on, play on the game, all that good stuff. On PlayStation, you're gonna have to wait a little bit for the servers to adapt, I guess, or for them to flip it over for PS5, basically turn the switch on. So don't be alarmed if you don't have it yet on PS5. Xbox is live right now, but by tomorrow, I'm sure everything will be fine. This video, we're just going to take a look at some of the gameplay stuff, right? First, we're going to take a look at what EA formally released onto the wild, right? They did this little video on GMM. Then we're going to take a look at my thoughts and me playing the actual game, different solos and stuff like that in the game. But before we jump into all that, I just want to let you know, if you are new here, I appreciate you for stopping by. You can be anywhere in the world, but you're here with me. Appreciate that very much. If you like what you see, thumbs up for sure. Great way to support the channel. Another good way to support the channel is to click subscribe down below, notification bell right next to it. You get notified anytime I'm live with brand new content. Going to be doing a heavy rollout for all this next gen stuff. So keep it locked here for sure. And last but not least, comment down below. Let me know what system you're playing on, because I know people have a lot of opinions on next gen and Madden in particular. So let's jump right into Clint and the team there at EA and their little gameplay footage, and then we'll jump into me playing the game.
I am here today with Connor Dugan, our creative director, and we are going to show you next gen gameplay for Madden NFL 21. Connor, what are we looking at today?
Hey everybody, we're looking at Gen 5 Madden gameplay on PS5, and I think, you know, as we look at these introduction, one of the first things you're going to notice is, you know, the improvement in visual quality, specifically around, you know, lighting. We have a new lighting model that we're calling deferred lighting, and it really shows up in terms of, you know, shadows and reflections on the helmet, and the overall, you know, character likeness is much improved with this new lighting model. And then also from an environmental perspective, there's a lot more shadow and depth and light, which is much improved over what we've done in the past.
Yeah, so we're going to dive into gameplay, and as many of you know, Madden NFL 21 gameplay is powered by Next Gen Stats, and we're going to break down today a little bit about what that means. But first, let's get this opening kickoff. So Connor is controlling the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, led by the GOAT Tom Brady, and I am controlling the Kansas City Chiefs, led by the new GOAT Patrick Mahomes. So we're going to get this kickoff underway. Let's see what happens here. And right off the bat, there's a nice gang tackle at the conclusion of that play. Connor, why don't you talk about that real quick?
Yeah, I think all of our tackling has taken a significant leap in quality in terms of number of animations, variety, patient leading into the tackle. We've done a lot of work on Gen 5 specifically to make that a lot better. And as Clint mentioned, you know, our game is powered by Next Gen Stats, and our player movement has been completely redone with what we're calling Next Gen player movement.
Yeah, and speaking of that player movement, let's see what Connor does on his first play here with Tom Brady to start his offensive drive out. He looks like he's running some out-breaking routes with the Z spot. And he's got an inside pass lead on a corner route to Antonio Brown. And speaking of routes, what Next Gen Stats does for our routes is gives us the data straight from the NFL fields, the RFID chips in their shoulder pads, and allows us to utilize the path data, the speed and acceleration to model our route running animations to match that exactly from Sunday afternoons.
And so on this next play here, I'm going to run outside. Pay attention just to how the running back moves right here, and as he gets upfield and as he turns in the corner. Again, the pacing of the game is a lot more realistic, a lot more authentic, since we're taking real life player data and basing our speeds and acceleration rates on NFL athletes. The overall pace of the game is completely different than on Gen 4.
So we got a big third down coming up. Let's see what Connor has up his sleeve. He is looking to go to Gronkowski in the middle of the field, and a big hit causes a drop. So the Chiefs are going to get the ball back. And we're looking forward to getting Patrick Mahomes the ball here on PlayStation 5. As we await this punt, you can see that the new play call on Gen 5 has been completely overhauled. Not only a reskin, but there's some new cool features in there. You can now call plays by player. You can favorite your favorite plays to save for later in the game, and we're going to talk about that in just a quick minute. But here on the punt, there's a nice user tackle. How'd that user tackle feel, Connor?
Felt great. I think, again, pace of play, new tackling system, new locomotion system makes it a lot easier for big plays to occur on both sides of the ball.
All right, as we jump into the Chiefs' first drive of the game, you can see that I am now filtering my plays by player, and I want to get the ball in the hands of Tyreek Hill, the fastest man in the NFL, possibly the fastest man in the world. I want to use that explosiveness, so I'm going to lead off here with a jet touch pass to get a high percentage play to Tyreek. Let's see how this one works out. He's going to come in motion here. Easy pass, and as he tries to turn up the field, that's a great picture of what our new player movement system is. You can see the weight, how he has to plant his feet and shift his momentum to turn up the field. And even as visually stunning as that looks, it feels even better when you get the sticks in your hands. Now, as we look at this play call, you can see a lot of information on each of your players is now there in play call. If you notice the red hearts on some of the plays, those are plays that I had previously favorited. But it is 2nd and 7, and I am going to go ahead and try a shot play here. A play action shot play. Try to get Tyreek open in the middle. I got him. Nice pass lead to the left. Pass leading feels much more intuitive on Gen 5 due to the new player movement. And a touchdown for Tyreek Hill. We're going to use the new crowd celebration. Even though we're in Tampa, we're going to go taunt the crowd a little bit, get them fired up. As soon as this celebration ends, you're going to see one of our new next-gen stats replays that shows data from the actual NFL Madden field to show you about this big play. Connor, how'd you feel about this one?
I thought it was amazing. I think having players like Tyreek Hill run their actual NFL route powered by next-gen stats is awesome. From a visual standpoint, it looks amazing, and from a feel standpoint, it feels great. And we're really excited for players to get their hands on it very soon. So thank you all, and we'll talk to you very soon.
All right, so I'm here in MUT. I'm actually loaded fully into the game. It is next gen. It's the full next gen version, as you can see right here. Madden NFL Xbox Series SX. There's the old version. This is the current version for current new gen. So what we're gonna do here is load into a solo, just any random solo, just to kind of go over some thoughts. It kind of piggyback off what they were saying there. And as you can see here, my guy D-Grizz, he's also on next gen. So all of my friends who don't have next gen, none of your leaderboard stats, none of that stuff's transferring over from old gen. I can't see that. So if you're a buddy of mine and you have me on Xbox and I don't see your name here, it's because next gen is going to include all the stats, leaderboards, head to head, all that stuff is going to be for obviously for next gen compatible people. So as you can see right here, the game loaded like hella fast. I was gonna stop and like actually cut me not talking, but the solo just loaded just that fast. So we're gonna start here. As you can see, the coaching adjustments are just clicking the right stick. You get down there, you can mess with that, but we're gonna kick the ball off against the Washington football team. Obviously, this is my MUT team, so a couple caveats to be considered here. I do have guys with superstar abilities on them. Tyreek Hill with route tech. I got some running backs with some stuff on it. So I will address that as we go through, but like off rip, the movement, okay. So here's the thing. Is it slower and less quicker, I guess you could say, than old gen? Yes. Is it more realistic? I think so. I mean, this just looks realistic as hell, especially if you're working with guys who don't have the, I think a big key in this, and these are just going to be my thoughts about this. I think a big key in this is going to be making sure for on defense, making sure you have the right pursuit angles, right? Making sure you are actually attacking the running back or receiver, whoever you're looking at, because if you don't, you're going to get stuck in the mud and get left behind, which is kind of realistic. I mean, I don't know. I watch a lot of football. I'm sure a lot of you do as well. I don't know many guys that are just quick to snap back and forth like that all the time. I know there's a couple guys who are really good like that, but every safety, every corner, it's just not realistic in that sense, right? So, and you're going to have it either way, right? You got to have it with the way of Either it's going to be an arcade style game mode, or we're going to do a realistic looking, feeling game. So here's something important here, and I might clip in something from a previous event that I did. Tyreek Hill on kick returns, punt returns, look at him move. He's getting really shifty there, and I'll include a clip here from a solo I did earlier in the morning with Tyreek Hill returning a punt. Again, it's against the computer, so take it with a grain of salt, but look at him go. He's running, he's making good cuts. He's just using the stick. I didn't even use any, shifty moves with the right stick or anything like that. But he just went and he blazed by everybody as soon as he hit the 30, 35 yard line. And then there's Tyreek Hill scoring a tutty. So Tyreek Hill is moving hella great, right? He's moving really nice out there on the field. I think it's also important too to note that the receivers are gonna definitely have a completely different route running idea and ability, right? So if we keep an eye on Julio Jones, see if it happens here. He gets bumped a little bit, but he's still going. And then there's Chuki over top, perfect route run. These guys aren't, a lot of times in Madden previous gen, guys would hit and get bumped and then just either die out or just do something else with their route. Julio Jones right there didn't die out. Like he shed off the contact and just kept pushing. So I don't know, man. It looks and feels great. I might be blinded by a new shiny toy. Maybe I'm going crazy, but it looks and feels great. I don't think the complaints about players being slow are there. I get that, and it's different from Madden 21 on the old gen, but we have to consider too that they're trying to make this more realistic, right? So if you have a bad pursuit angle, if you have a bad player who's not that fast, or if you have somebody who's going to get blazed by Tyreek Hill, obviously it's going to look slow. So here's Sayal on the kick return. He's just not moving as quickly as one would like on previous gen, but that's, I don't know. Junior Seau wasn't one that's going to scream down the line like that and kind of cut inside and make a huge hit. You got to have the right angles. I think a lot of it's just going to be right angles, making sure you got the right pursuits. Now, the one thing I will say though is they are really addressing something when it comes to tackling. I think tackling is really improved here, especially the gang tackling stuff, trying to lock dudes up, tie them up, lock them up, whatever you want to call it, when they are trying to shake by a couple guys. I really like it. And look at Sap here, getting in the backfield. And I'm going to use Maze. Now look, it was a bad pursuit by Maze. I did a bad thing there with Maze. I swiped at the ball instead of going in for the tackle. I mean, I like it. I don't know. I enjoy it. I don't think there's anything too crazy here that's really different. I think it's more so getting used to the new flow of the game as opposed to getting used to the different. Now look at Ronnie Lott. Look at that interception. Just right exactly where he needed to be. I just think it's a lot of people just getting used to what's new and not really kind of being too open-minded about what the new stuff is, right? Herschel Walker here. Let's try to run with Herschel. And as you can see, look at his movement, right? He's moving. You got to put that stick work in. Again, it's against the computer, but put the stick work in, right? You shift your body a little bit. You're moving around a little bit. A lot is probably going to have to do with weight too. If you got a guy that's a little heavier, he's probably not going to move as fluid as a guy who's a little bit thinner or quicker. Like a Tyreek Hill, for example. And Saquon Barkley, he's an elusive back for sure, but he's a bigger back, right? He's about 225, 230. He's not the slowest back either, but it looks like weight has really impacted the way he's moving around there on the field. So overall, early on, very early on, and my mind could be changed with a couple more games. My mind could be changed with a couple more videos, a couple more experiences that others go through. Overall though, early on, this is great. This is awesome. I like it. I like how it looks. I like how it plays on the field. Sidelines be damned, right? I mean, like everybody, I don't know. I don't get the complaints about, realistic looking sidelines or we need cheerleaders or where are the refs on the field. I mean, guys, the focus of this is on the field, what's going on the field, right? And I don't think it's going to be anything too crazy to say that I'm focused more on the field than on the sidelines, what clipboard a coach is carrying or whatever it is for somebody to running into the sideline. What's the issue there? I don't understand that. I mean, the game's played on the field, I mean, we're not complaining about how the desk looks in franchise mode. It's not the accurate desk of this executive. Like that just doesn't make any sense. Worry about the game on the field, right? All these guys kneeling over here, be damned. We'll check it out and see if they actually look any different, but it's it's the same dudes, right? It's the same skinny looking thin dudes here on the sideline, but I mean, I see numbers, right? I see there's Julio Jones, There's Herschel Walker. There's Jeremy Shockey. I mean, these are the guys on my team. There's Saquon Barkley. There's Ogden. I mean, these are guys that are not playing. There's Allstott. I mean, I don't know what else is supposed to be here on the sideline, right? I mean, these are all the players that are on my squad. What else do we need here? Patrick Peterson, Julio Jones, Calvin Johnson, Herschel Walker, Josh Allen. I mean, I don't know what you guys want besides, like, these are the guys on the field, you know? Like, these are the guys who are playing in the game. So I don't know. I'm gonna throw in another clip here too, with some sideline interactions. Looking again at the sidelines. This was a game I played a little bit afterwards. As you can see here, Fuller is running towards the sideline with my running back Herschel Walker. Herschel hits the sideline, players react. Kendall Fuller runs into a player and kind of catches him and holds him right there. So it's just good to see that alone, right? Just one more thing too, big stress point here for everybody watching the video or considering buying it at home. You guys don't have to buy the game, right? If you don't like how it looks, how it plays, how it feels, you don't have to buy the game. You don't have to put money into it. You don't have to watch this video. You don't have to do any of it, right? If you don't like it, you don't have to do it. But if you want to make a change, and if you think this is something that is wrong and broken, then try to make the change. But, you know, complaining about this is that, this is I don't care about this, you don't have to buy the game. You just don't. Like, you don't have to buy the game. You can just enjoy anything else that the world has to offer that won't make you as frustrated as a video game does. I don't understand, but you know, to each their own, right? To me, it's not bad. It just looks great. I think a lot of it is just getting used to it. A lot of it is just getting used to what's happening in the game, and the movement. A lot of it's getting used to the movement, right? Because Saquon here moving nice. He's moving nice, but you got to get used to how he moves. And every player being different like that, a Tyreek Hill being different than Julio being different than Calvin Johnson. I think all of that stuff's important. We have to individualize these guys as opposed to making them all look and feel the same as all the other players. All these players move differently, and the next gen stats, I think, are going to help that out a lot. Now, could it all go to hell with a new patch and an update and completely break everything? Sure. If enough people complain about how slow it is, it could be a completely different game by next week. But right now, me personally, in my opinion, I enjoy this. I think this looks good. It feels good. It feels realistic, right? It feels like they're actually out there playing football. So stuff like stamina will probably play a part out there, especially with like a quarterback scrambling. Stamina will play a part. Running back stamina will play a part. Receiver stamina, cornerback, all that stuff, defensive block, all that stuff is going to play a part. So early on, just to recap, to close things out here, I enjoy it. I love this. This looks great. Call me EA simp all you'd like, and that's fine. You can do whatever you like. I love it. I think it looks great. I was playing in the Viking Stadium earlier, and all the sounds sounded great. There was a time where the team scored a touchdown. Yeah, I know, I'm a bot. I got scored on by the computer, but there was a time when the bots scored a touchdown and fireworks went out and it lit the field orange as if there was the real fireworks going off in the stadium. So I don't know. Optimism be damned, I guess. I like it. Shouts to EA. This looks good so far. Let's see if they can pull through and keep it going.